Okay, here's the problem. It's the beginning of the new year. You have set up some targets for your organization. Maybe that's a revenue target that you want to hit. Now, you want to decide how you trickle down this revenue target to further goals to your teams and the members within those teams. Initially, it was very hard for you to set up this and have that accountability and visibility for you and your entire organization. But now we have solved that. We are bringing in a new module under Recruiterflow BI Suite, which will help you set up these goals for your teams, users, and also across your entire company and even track them. Now, this will help you bring accountability within your teams. It will help you provide visibility, and it will also alert you when people are on track, when they are lagging behind, who needs support, and so forth. There's no more going and checking how things are progressing. You will have all that visibility inside Recruiterflow. Enough said. Let me show you how this works. Now you will find goals under the Recruiterflow BI suite, which you will find under reports. Once you hit into it, you will see all the list of goals that you have created. If you're completely new to goals, you might see an empty window over here, but you can go ahead and create a new goal. I'll show you how. So creating a new goal is very simple. There are three primary steps. Let me walk you through each of these steps. So the first step is defining your goal name, adding the metrics. So let's say I want to define the number of hires I'm going to be doing in this quarter. So I'm just going to define it as hires in Q4. Now next I have to select the metric. Now the metrics, you have the option of recruiting metrics, sales metrics, as well as the custom metrics that you have created within your account. For this scenario, if I want to select hires, I'm just gonna quickly search. I see candidate hire. I'm gonna pick that. I'm going to define the relationship. Select that. If I want to add any more filters, I can do that over here. If not, I can pretty much skip that. Now, next we have the frequency. How frequently do I want this metric to be measured? Is it going to be weekly, monthly, quarterly, yearly, so forth? Now I want to do it quarterly, so I'm going to select that. Now I also have the scope. Do I want this goal to be a company goal, a team goal, or a user goal? In this scenario, I want to have a company goal, so I'm going to select company. I can also assign different teams within this company goal and show you how. So let's move on to the next step. Now in the next step, this is the true layer where we have to apply targets for each and every quarter, right? So I'm gonna pretty much click on apply target here first. Let's say I want to define a number, 50 hires per quarter. And then I can also switch on this toggle, which will help me enable or assign goals to certain teams under this company goal. I have to just enable that. Search for teams. Let me quickly pick 3 teams over here. Now I can do a bulk application just by selecting this and apply target to each of these 3 teams. Or I can define it individually. And I can do it, let's say I want 10 for this team. I want 15 for this team. And I want, let's say 20 for this team. If you closely observe, this doesn't really add up to the total quarter goal, which is completely fine. It need not make or rather match with the quarter goal. Additionally, if you have decided that you want separate goals for different quarters, you can simply edit the row value over here. Let's say I wanted 60 for Q2. I can do that. You can define this for any row or any cell in this particular table. Once you're happy with what you're seeing on the goals are set, the teams are aligned with all the goals, just click on continue. And then we move on to the third step and the final step, which is about goal notification. Now in this window, you can define when do you want to be notified. Now you can get notified when the goal starts, when the goals are met, when people are lagging behind, so on and so forth. You can select the toggle. By default, all the toggles are enabled. But if you really want to disable something, you can pretty much just click on it and that particular toggle will be disabled. Once you're happy with all the information, just click on save goal and the goal will be created. To show you how exactly your goal looks, let me open up a previous goal that I've created. So this is a revenue goal that I've created for my users. I have selected some specific users from my account and you will see a gauge over here that will show me how many users or rather how the goal is being progressing over the course of the quarter. Now you see that it's 94.91% till date and the expected was this value. We do a pro rata calculation so that you are alerted whether you are at risk, whether you're running behind, you're on track, or you're exceeding your goal. You have all that information over here. Beneath over here, you can also see the code hit rate, how the goal is being progressed across different months. The orange line shows the target, whereas the blue line shows the achievement by the teams or the users. And we also have the total goal progress, which is of course a linear graph, and you will see the progress that your teams or users are doing in this particular goal. Now we also have a leaderboard that will tell you how exactly different teams or users are performing or achieving these goals. As you can see from my screen, I also already have the top 3 performers. This will give me a clear picture of who are my top performers, who need help, and where do I add in more assistance for my team. You'll get all this information in the Goals Overview tab. Now, editing your goal is again very simple. It can only be edited if you are the creator of the goal or you're the admin. In this scenario, the goal was created by Amri, and that's the reason why I am not able to edit it. But if it was my goal, I'll simply show you how you can edit it as well. You can pretty much open up the goal that you've created. You'll have the edit goal option. You can't really edit the metrics, the frequency, and the scope because that pretty much changes the entire goal. But you can edit the name, and in the next screen, you can also edit the target for each and every teams and the company as a whole. And also you can edit the notifications. You have all these options. Deleting a goal is again very simple. You have to just select that particular goal in the table over here. And if you want to delete it, just click on delete. After a confirmation, you'll be able to delete the goal as well. Now, this is a super important module for teams that really want to track and drill down and achieve those goals for next year. And you set up planning for your next year, set up your targets, set up your goals for the teams and the users. I've added much more information in the description of this video. And if you need any help, we are always here, ready to help you. Until next time.